Hello and welcome to this Smite EU League game, Division 3, between the Arena Merchants Academy and the a bunch of Eeedjiots. We're in the middle of the second ban phase right now. Uh, right now we see a Umoja, a Willix, and on her for the red team. That is the Arena Merchants. They've got plenty of knockups to support that Willix ult right there between the Onherd Leap and the Emoja worlds. On the other side, a bunch of Eeedjiots have gone for the high meta Odin, as well as a Heimdall, which has a lot of safety in its pick, and the Morgan for some invisibility. The Eeedjiots have banned 5 straight mages, really trying to deny that mid roll. However, the Raijin slides through. And on the reverse side, the Arena Merchants have gone with an Artemis, Osiris, and Athena ban, 2 very high meta picks, as well as a Athena, which has a lot of rotate. And the Serb gets last picked for the Arena Merchants. That is a great solo lane god there. We're seeing a Ratatasker here in the jungle. That's a very interesting pick. A lot of flexibility, can go tanky, can go damage. A lot of global abilities, can double rat with the Morgan for a double knockdown or ult. That'd be a very interesting initiation. And overall, we're just seeing a lot of synergy between both comps. The Terra and Odin can provide a lot of lockdown for the rest of the carries on the Eeedjiots, and there's a lot of good initiate with the uh, Arena Merchants. The Cerberus adds a third knockup in the alt, his Stygian Torment. So even if it's a single target, they can get a good knockup in for the Willix alt. So players load in here. We're going to get the items, see what their initial starts are going to look like. Oop. Just trying to get the roll set here. There we go. Getting some starts out. Looks like Terra's going for the Sentinels and Hog. Pretty typical of the supports. But it's a good start. Can go right into that Gauntlet of Thebes. One of the highest stats items in the game. 60 prots plus an aura for an additional 10 on each side. Health, HP 5. A very strong item throughout the entire game. The Odin's going for the Fighter's Mask start, while seeing the Serb going with Chalice, an extra multi-pots, and a Vamp Shroud. That's a good initial start, a lot of sustain for the Serb. However, his passive's not going to be very effective until they wrote into the team fight phase. It will be useful in that phase to kind of deny the Terra ult and steal some healing there, reduce the overall impact of that ult. So now the Odin's just kind of placing an additional ward here in the advanced position near the orc or the harpy. Seeing just overall good positioning, no out of the ordinary starts for any teams. Raijin might be a bit late to start this camp. He's gonna get there just in time. It's gonna get that. The stack from the Gilded Arrow is actually gonna go to the Raijin. However, there's no additional gold given to him, so small micro farm opportunities there. But that's not gonna impact the game in the slightest. Seeing early clear from these mid laners. Ooh, early level 2 hit by the Nerodi goes for the initiate. However, that Morgan does not have a lot of escape, and a blink from Zara on the Willish is going to get a nice first blood for the teams. Try and rotate out here. trying to get this camera angle back. Trying to work with this camera settings here. You see a rotate in. There might be a contest here on this mid camp. Looks is going for the initiate, going for the chase. However, backs off, decides not to fall through. Low on mana, not going to be very good to, not going to want to find themselves in the enemy team's jungle. However, is going to go for the invade onto one of the back camps. We're going to switch over to this dual lane here, where we see the Anhur has been poked out quite a bit, and the Heimdall and Terra are certainly out clearing their counterparts. Looks like good overall clear from the blue team. Moss Track actually is, I have to correct myself, they are not a bunch of Eeedjiots, they are Moss Track. That's a much more friendly name there. Looking like the Terra is going to use the 2 to kind of protect that side smaller Scorpion there. Oh, heavy poke on the Swedish by Hueco. He's Swedish is gonna get healed up by the Terra 3. And we're gonna see some overall just trading of poke, trying to clear. Looks like these Heimdall AoE autos are certainly giving Swedish an advantage in that clear department. Overall, not much in terms of overall fighting at this point. They're just going back, looking for farm, looking for camps, both teams. However, there might be something brewing in this mid lane. See, certainly the Raijin is ahead in the farm department here. He's gotten hit to level 5, he's gotten his ultimate, and looks like he and the middle laner Zar are going to look for one of these neutral camps, trying to get some extra farm going both their ways, trying to get that Wilix to level 5 so we can use that ultimate for a gank. Wilix is rotating. Is this spotted out? And we have a solo lane kill. The Cerberus piloted by this Vulcan Dynamo, has claimed Kiki Pete for a solo kill in the solo lane. That's going to give him a lot of early pressure. And additionally, the Terra has gone down in the duo lane due to the 4-person rotate. The Raijin came in to rotate as well. And looks like the Oracles are going to go the way of the Arena Merchants. They're both rotating back into mid. The Willish is low on mana, so I don't believe there's going to be any rotate potential. However, the invisibility is going to be cancelled out by the Raiju from Liet. He's got some good clear on that Raijin. It's a lot of effective poke. See, over here in the solo lane, the Odin's able to secure the Totem of Ku. That's going to be a nice 125 gold and some MP5 for his team. And he's just going to look to kind of get out of this laning phase, trying to get some good farm up, make sure he can just get to the team fights in late and use that ultimate, the Ring of Spears, to kind of control and overall just overwhelm this Arena Merchants comp. The Anhur, Raijin, Wheelish, and Cerberus all have leaps to get out of this Cerberus cage, so we're going to have to see how effective that is in locking down. However, the Eeedjiots, who is the prime healer, may be the target for those Ring of Spears. We've got some fighting back and forth in the duo lane. It looks like the actual mid lane and jungle went down in a trade with the going 2 for 1. The mid Raijin is lost in exchange for the mid Morgan, and the Ratatasker is down as well. Moving on to these player damage charts here, we can see the Heimdall has a lot of early poke. However, 4 members of the Arena Merchants are all next in the player damage part. We're seeing a possible invade on the jungle camps. However, looks like it's just pinging for area awareness. Back to this assisted cam and follow our Morgan around for a little bit, see how she handles this rotate from the Demon 4458 on the Eeedjiots. The Morgan third autos are AoE and add a tick over time. That'll help her clear and help Narodi get back into the fight. 0-2-1 right now, but certainly fighting hard. Ooh, nice juke there. Trying to avoid the Eeedjiots autos, stay invisible, stay cloaked, try and create something for the team. We're seeing a 3-person posturing here. In the mid, Terra's going for the initiate. Punk Red is certainly trying to help out this mid, get some early farm. Looks like, ooh, a good wall to zone away Zara. That's going to prevent the Awilish from engaging onto the Ratatasker of Olive. Got some posturing now towards the Gold Fury. We're going to see if these teams can either go for a Gorp, or maybe just a red buff invade. There's a Terra ult, big ults coming in from the Ratatasker, gets the cleanup kill on to IE. That's a nice play from Boom. We're going to use Boom and Olive interchangeably. Certainly when Boom makes some plays. Still in the skies looking for plays onto this Awilix, dives down, gets the knock-up. The Eeedjiots is out of Omni to assist. Ooh, big stun onto Zara, and that's a nice double kill right there. Swedish actually got the double kill after getting a solo kill in the duo lane. And there's a nice little poke out there by Narodi to clean that up. Teams are even at 5-5, and it looks like these comps are going to go for, oh, it looks like an Oracle's here, but possibly into a Gold Fury. Or not a Gold Fury, a Gorp. The Gold Fury Scorpion. Teams are just kind of reposturing, and that's a Gorp for the Moskert side. That's going to help their buffs out, gives buffs to their purple and red buff, an additional lifesteal and power on the red, and additional attack speed on the purple, as Monster's going to pick that buff up. It's going to help him out with the farm department. Seeing the Terra now move through, trying to just isolate parts of the jungle. Some nice work together to kind of farm up. But there's a 3-man rotate coming in. Does the Terra spot this out? It appears their back was canceled. They're just going to stay back in the mid lane. Narodi and Punk Red are just kind of posturing at the T1, making sure they're good. Oh, Narodi's going to go for a nice little land on the stun. Oh, double stun. However, Demon is excellent 3 positioning, getting that movement out of this double stun, keeping her out of harm's way. That's excellent positioning. Oh, we've got a fight over in the soul lane. Ults going back and forth. Looks like Swedish already used his ults for the... Let's see, the on her beats are down, and there's a 4-man rotate onto Swedish. That's unfortunate, but a good Thunder Crash by the Raijin piloted by this Lai to get him back to 3-2-2. That's 3 stacks now on the Charon's coin. That's going to help out with his HP 5 and movement speed. Looks like Arena Merchants, ooh, a 4-man rotate over into the solo lane cleans up the Vulcan Dynamo. It's going to put him at 1-1. He's gone for a Mystical Mail into a Stone of Binding, and that unfortunately did not help out with the Morgan's damage, which is magical in nature. Seeing teams now posture towards this Gold Fury, seeing them overall back up. We're seeing some positioning. Looks like this Morgan's gonna go for maybe initiate. The invisibility helps land a nice little stun onto the Eeedjiots. There's poke coming in from the Raijin. However, Narodi's gonna transform into the Ratatasker, going up into the air, forcing the ult out of Lai, and then going back down onto Demon. That's the Eeedjiots. The Eeedjiots gets... The transformation is over from the Ratatasker. There's some good poke onto Demon, however, the Eeedjiots should be able to heal that right up. We've got a fight going on in the soul lane. Looks like it's just more or less just trading for clear. However, there is going to be some poke. That Jogger buff on the Arena Merchants is going to help prevent any poke in the tower. However, we've got a big fight brewing. Eeedjiots ult out over in the dual lane. The Heimdall ult is off the mark. I believe he hit the on her who was mid-ult CC immunity. Is going to prevent that. Oh, nice peel from the Terra to root in place the on her, preventing any more engage. However, Light wants to continuous engage. Thunder Crash onto the Heimdall, and Zara with the blink is going to clean that kill up. Nicely done. To follow up on the Thunder Crash, that temporary meds from the Thunder Crash really locking the Heimdall in place. These teams are now going to kind of retreat into the jungle. It's very low on the health bars, however, that's a good engage right there, getting the Swedish on Heimdall. Let's see. now. These teams just going back. They're going to leave the Greater Scorpion alone. And Zara's possibly looking for a reinitiate. Maybe a red buff invade. Gonna head off the Morgan here. And over in the solo lane, looks like Vulcan Dynamo is going to use the opportunity to take the T1. That's a nice T1. That's a nice 1,000 gold for the team. Going to help out in the gold department. Overall, the gold leads are pretty even at 500. However, kills are 7-6 in favor of the arena merchants. Right now, we're just looking overall. Looks like these hunters are going to engage. Heimdall has put in some work on this on her. He is actually 2 levels ahead in the farm department, and we're going to see how close we're going to see this XP difference right now. It looks like teams are relatively even across the board. However, there is some disparity in between the lanes. Looks like the Cerberus is really out-farming his counterpart in the Odin. However, that is vice versa on the other side of the map, where this on her has gone for a Gilded Arrow into a Transcendent start, or excuse me. We're gonna just kind of look here at the build, trying to figure out overall, just trying to get that item stack. Both hunters have gone for this Transcendent start, trying to just get some stacks going. Honher's a little far behind, however, that's a nice little clear right there. Get some more stacks. Help out with the farm. There's some wards here in the dual lane as a big fight is breaking out into the under the T1. Looks like the mid lane has gone down in exchange for the other mid lane. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Mosker's just gonna try and retreat into their side of the map. However, looks like arena merchants are going to group up. Are they possibly going to push this T1? No, they're going to break apart, possibly look for a gold fury here. Looks like 3 members strong. This could work for them. Does Mosker read into this? No, they do not. Heimdall uses a long teleport using the 3. That cooldown's going to be on. That's going to be down for quite some time, and arena merchants do secure the gold fury. Doesn't look like Mosker had really any idea that was going on, as 3 members now, 4 members actually, have grouped up in the mid lane, breaking down into the jungle. The Serb has rotated in from the solo lane, while the Odin looks to take some back camps out of the Mosker side of the map. Seeing overall just some farm going in, and it looks like the Odin's going to use the Ring of Spears to self-engage, and Gravity Surge from the Willix is going to get Kinky Pete low. A nice Thunder Crash from the Raijin to clean that kill up. That's a nice play right there from Lai to clean that one up. It was a jungle ult for solo ult, and Kinky Pete's wishing he maybe wasn't so greedy in those back camps. 3 members now in the mid lane for arena merchants. They're looking to push down and onto this T1. A Alton from Olive. He's looking to engage. No, couldn't find a target with the Thunder Crash. However, Narodi's off in the side lane, looking to put some poke into Zara on the Wheelish. Wheelish is gonna back off, low on mana. 3 members of each team in the mid. However, it looks like Vulcan Dynamo is gonna rotate back to solo lane at this point. Securing the red buff now for Monster. Narodi's got that. That's good. Gonna help with his power department. Help out in the power department. And Raijin's just clearing some wards, trying to maintain vision over the map, deny vision. Going back and forth. Nice stun from that demon onto Narodi to poke him a little bit. However, the Morgan's gonna get out just fine. Looks like the T1 in dual lane for the arena merchants is taking quite a bit of damage. However, Huiko is going to maintain the tower for now, just kind of play at the tower line. He's still 2 levels down to this Heimdall, piloted by Swedish, and we'll see how that disparity plays out. However, the Anher has gone for a Aussie for a little extra lifesteal. It does not have lifesteal with the Gilded Arrow versus Swedish with the Cowl. Well, the Cowl does provide some lifesteal. It actually provides 5 or 4 statistics based on how close you are to the enemy. Looks like a nice rotate into a pillar stun from the Anher. Forces out the beats and the Aegis from Swedish. He's in a dangerous place. Just looking to get out. Uses the ult to disengage. It's good to always use your ult to survive. If you dying with ult is the worst thing in the world. However, living but using your ult to disengage is a much better scenario. As it looks like Mostert's looking for a re-engage right now. The Morgan is transferred into the Awilish, looking for a target, possibly onto another Awilish. Oh, a nice knock-up. Forces the bees from Zara to continue to engage. Olive is off the mark with the knock-up, however, gets knocked up, forced to use the beads. Raijin using Taiko drums, trying to force a disengage. Low gets a nice crash onto Olive, gets cleaning up the kill. He's been really effective with that Thunder Crash, and that's a nice 2 kills for the Arena Merchants. They kind of drew Mosterk in and forced out some beads. Looking right now, we've got most of the beads up for Mosterk. However, only 2 sets are up for the Arena Merchants on the Raijin and the Anher. Looks like this Morgan's trying to get pinched in the middle, however, the invisibility is going to get her out. There's a 2-level disparity. Oh! Stygian Torment from Vulcan Dynamo trying to catch Nerodi out. However, the beads are going to be expended, but ult for beads, the Arena Merchants will take that every time, as the Stygian Torment on Vulcan Dynamo is going to be down for 60 seconds. Those beads are going to be down for well over 2 minutes. So now we're just going to break off into the... Looks like Gorp here at almost 18 minutes. The Forp here in the Fire Giant pit has been up for over 18 minutes. Those buffs now on the blue. That's an additional CDR for the blue buff, and additional speed for the yellow buff, the speed buff. Like Oracles are going to go the way of the Mosterk. They've already got some great vision here, 2 different wards, and overall this Heimdall has done an effective job of farming, making sure that they are just staying ahead of their counterpart in the Anher. Swedish has done an excellent job of finding farm throughout the map. Looking now for this Draugr in mid, that's going to provide up to 3 stacks of a defensive buff to their towers, depending on how many players are in the tower. And overall, clear that. It's nice. 200 gold for Mosterk. Looking now at the gold leads, about 2k for the Arena Merchants. Certainly anyone's game at this point. 11-7 in kills, Arena Merchants in that favor. And overall, looking like some now posturing towards this Primal Fury. Primal Fury increases damage onto onto objectives such as the Pyromancer and the Fire Giant. Certainly useful, as this next fight might be over in that right side pit. Looks like all 5 members of the Mostrek are here in the solo lane, and looks like the Vulcan Dynamo is still taking his time to rotate over. However, neither team has started up the Gold Fury. They're just kind of positioning, looking for a gank. It appears Mostrek has gone in. Actually, no, that is Nerodi, who's transformed into the Cerberus. And get a nice kill there, forcing some beads. A nice 3-man ult for the Mojon, piloted by Demon. However, it's 1-0. Lee goes down, lost his beads, lost the Aegis. Those are going to be down for over 2 minutes on each. I cannot show bans, unfortunately. I don't have that. I don't really. This is my first cast, so I'm just trying to cast the game. But I should be able to get in to spectate for the next game. Looks like Nerodi on the Morgan is trying to look for an engage. However, Zara is just using the additional movement speed from Suku to escape on this Awilix. The Odin has certainly made his impact felt here in these fights. He's come in, rotated well. You see right now that the player damage, 13k for Heimdall, followed by the Serb and the Raijin, 2 magical damaging gods that synergize well together to shred protection, slow, and overall just do a lot of damage in team fights. Looks like Arena Merchants have taken control of this Primal Fury pit. They're going to start it up. 3-man. Looks like Vulcan Dynamo and Zara are on zone duty against 3. That's great poke on a Swedish, however. He's going to force the Stygian Torment in as Primal Fury is secured by the Arena Merchants. The Zara is disengaged very low. Looks like Vulcan Dynamo is going to... Oh, Swedish cleaned up in the background by Eeed. The ult coming through Taiko drums as Hoiko is very low. He's gonna be zoned. That's 2 ultimates to confirm. All the ultimates are down. Oh, Narodi cleans up Hueco on the back line. Didn't get to see that, unfortunately. However, teams are now going to disengage. Very low on mana on each side. Many ultimates expended. All the ultimates expended on the Arena Merchants side, as they are able to secure the FG. However, they have kind of lost that goal lead. They were up at 2K. Now they're down to. Looks like 1K differential. However, the XP differential is ticking towards the Mostrix side. That's an excellent indication they are farming well and effectively, as Nerodia actually ticks over to 18 right on the screen. Going back now to the item screen, we're going to see that this Odin is starting to near the end of his build. There's now some posturing over for the Pyromancer. Arena Merchants was able to secure that Primal, so they are going to do some extra damage onto the Pyro and the Fire Giant. And they're going to start it up here, just looking for a little extra gold to push their leads in. This Willish has gotten a lot of power from the Ancile and Shifter Shield. That's 2 hybrid items that really help with the Feather Step. Feather Step is one of the highest damaging abilities in the game on that Willish. It can root and cripple based on the attack progression, and even in an AoE area. And it looks like Vulcan Dynamo is going to kind of try and engage on these Soul Angels. However, it's only for statistics at this point. They can't really kill each other. However, to note, Vulcan Dynamo did get the solo kill onto the Odin much earlier in the map. Kinky Pete, however, has responded with some nice rotates. 1, 2, and 3. He's certainly affected a couple more team fights, and it looks like right now Mostrix is just trying to clear the FG pit, get some wards down, get some vision. They're going to get their Greater Scorpion buff there, blue buff and speed buff next time those come up. You see the nice blue and yellow circles there. Spears, excuse me. And it looks like right now they're just posturing, waiting for a team to initiate. Looks like both T1s in the dual lane have gone, and On Her is all the way here on the side lane looking to pick up that Draugr as a fight is breaking out in the Arena Merchants jungle. Stygian Torment comes out, picks up an Odin. However, that shield's going to disengage. Terra ult comes out. It's Punk Red and Demon counter ults. Ooh, the Phantom is used to get the boys out of danger, as Nerodi is still in, trying to engage, going down fast. Oh, a nice 4-man knockup from Boom! That's a highlight reel play. However, it cost him his life, as now the Arena Merchants are grouped up as 5-3. Another Thunder Crash from IE. He has been on point with those abilities, and it looks like the Odin's just trying to live, buy time. He's gonna fight over. However, a nice jump from the Zara is going to clean him up. Kinky Pete, that's unfortunate, but it was a good start to a fight. However, it just didn't unfold. There was a beautiful ult from Olive on the Ratatasker. However, it just could not be followed up. I believe he hit 4 people with that. And now the Arena Merchants are going to start up this FG. Got some good poke. The On Her has completed the Executioner. That's going to help his team's damage. Shredding Prots, removing up to 22% of the protections on target. And his team's now going to group up, look to take this T2 in the solo lane, possibly push up. Only the Terror here to defend it right now. Punk Red might be considering going back to the Phoenix, as this T1 does fall. And Arena Merchants are going to look to disengage, just grab some farms, strip jungle. Oh, but a possible fight here. Nerodi comes in, looks, turns around, says, nah, I don't want to be a part of that. But overall, now there's a lot of towers up for the Arena Merchants to knock down. 2 in mid, 1 in duo. Not looking towards a Phoenix yet. However, that is going to affect that is going to give them a lot of golden hand. Terra wall is kind of denying some of the poke onto the tower. However, it's going to fall here shortly, as there is quite a bit of penetration on this On Her build in multiple farms. And looks like the Heimdall has completed a Rage. No stacks yet on that. However, both teams are going to probably want to look towards getting some Spectral Armors to kind of deny these Hunters late game crits. They can certainly hurt. It looks like the On Her has now closed the gap to 1 level, and 3 of the 4 members of the Arena Merchants have hit 20. They're going to look for this Primal Fury, get a little extra golden hand, as There's a 4-man group up by the Mostrick. However, there's no fight to be had. Teams are backing, finishing builds. A completed Blood-Soaked Shroud for the Cerberus. That's going to help with the protections, get a little extra life steal. Both Transcendences evolved. That was done a while ago. However, looking now towards more crit for the On Her, trying to see what he's going for. He may go for a crit, the crit upgrade for the Gilded Arrow, providing a little extra farm. That's a nice start of Season 8, start of the new starter items. That was certainly a top tier item. We'll see if he can make it work here, as some teams have gone for the Hunter's Cowl upgrade with the, it's like a second Shogun's in a sense with the extra team attack speed. The Fire Giant buff was knocked around the 24-minute mark, so there should be another 2 minutes per se, maybe 1 on the buff. Teams are just looking for the Arena Merchants are just looking for a little extra team gold with this Pyromancer here. And getting ready, certainly springing a lot of autos into an empty space. However, it will spawn eventually as they started up burning real fast. That Primal Fury buff certainly helping out in that department as they grab that little extra movement speed out of base, should they decide to go spend more gold. Nice team mobility there from the Eeedjiots. It looks like the team is rotating to the right lane, possibly for a T2, as Vulcan just looks to Vulcan Dynamo just looks to clear up mid lane, push up mid lane, kind of force some pressure in multiple locations of the map. Looks like Mostrek have decided just to stay at base, kind of get the farm where they can, and be ready for these fights over Phoenixes, kind of just buy time. There's not much left on this Fire Giant buff, and the next... Oh! Blink Initiate forces the beads from 2 Punkred and Swedish lose their beads for the Stygian Torment, and Terrell comes in, forces engage. Narodi gets a triple on the transformation from the Morgan into the Cerberus, and it looks like Boom comes down, crashes down. That's a trade. Jungle for Hunter or ADC. That is a nice trade. Pretty happy with that. Nice landing there. As Mostrick is looking to keep the fight going. Both supports doing an excellent job keeping the teams healthy, and it looks like Tycho Drums is coming out, and down goes Swedish. He got knocked up by Zara, cleaned up by the knockup, and the Terra as well was confirmed by Lai. He's just been on point with this Raijin. They're looking to continue the engage on Kinky Pete. He's channeling his 3 to prevent the knockup immunity. Ooh, nice little juke there. Turns, make sure he doesn't get knocked up by the Awilix. And the Mark, ooh, that is unfortunate. The Gravity Surge, which would have caught the Odin in the ult, was not on the mark. The Odin did have beads though, so he might have been able to escape. However, that pause would have given the Arena Merchants time to catch up. Looking now for this duo lane Phoenix, they do get it. They no longer have the Fire Giant buff. However, that's a nice Phoenix right there. That Phoenix is the furthest away from the Fire Giant pit, so it's going to take somebody to have to rotate, clear those minions. Looks like the Rhodey's transforming into the Ratatasker, wants to keep on the engage, goes down into Wyatt. Oh, a second Ratatasker! This is what we were talking about at the beginning of the game. Forces the beads and Aegis from Lee, and he's down. 2 Ratataskers, too many for Lee. But a nice counter engage. Boom, trading again for the mid this time. However, those are kills he's happy to get. They're really jungle for a carry at this point in the game is a huge trade. Kind of prevents Lee, who has been at the top of the player damage charts now, from continuing to farm, continuing to finish out his build. Although his build is finished, he's gone for the Gem of Focus. That's going to increase his defense slightly, movement speed, and damage reduction as he casts abilities. He's got the Charon's Coin and a Ratatouille to get some 30% pen. However, he's only got 10% CDR. However, he has grabbed a 500 pot as a fight breaks out over in the Fire Giant pit. Pete has lost over half his bar. He's getting real low. How Terrell comes out to help him out. Nice little disengage from Punk Red to save Kinky Pete. And teams are going to look to back. However, as Olive comes back, Pete is going to look to back, and the Arena Merchants are going to look to take over this Fire Giant. It is past 30 minutes, so it is now enhanced FG. That little buff removes the backdoor protections from Phoenixes and towers and provides an extra 10% penetration. fire enhanced FG, all 5 members. The Mostrek is going to look to disengage and move back, defend this T2 as the Morrigan has pushed up creeps on the left-hand side. These fire giant, or these enhanced fire, these fire creeps are gone and she's going to look to back. However, a fight is breaking out. Arena Merchants looking to engage. Moja ult comes out, forcing Punkred to use that Phantom. However, the Willish by Zara has really made some plays. Nice Stygian Torment from Narodi, who is transformed into the Cerberus. And a nice knock up from Boom. He cleans up Light. He's been all over these carries today, and he looks like he's trying to get out. Oh, the Mystical Male picks him up. That is unfortunate, but a nice engagement by Vault Dynamo. He's been in this backline making plays. Zara cleans up Kinky Pete, and a nice knock up by Swedish. A nice little disengage by Narodi to buy the Hunter some time, using using dash get out. However, Arena Merchants focusing this Titan. Looks like it will go down in this best of 2. Arena Merchants pick up the crucial game 1. That's a nice engage. So some great things from Vulcan Dynamo to really push the Mostrek back, get in their face, not make them comfortable. And Arena Merchants get the dub. Now, see if we can get over to the scoreboard. Ratatosker with 5, 6, and 5. It's a lot of great initiate. However, Light was just all over the map with the Thunder Crash, landing some crucial kills, getting some big plays. So now we're just gonna look over here at the player damage charts. 25k for the mid mage on Raijin. Top damage does go to Swedish. Those AoE Heimdall autos put it in work. Fortunately for him, team could not get the kill. The 11k player healing from Demon on the Eeedjiots was very crucial, keeping the team alive. And a nice 21 wards too. That's great vision and map awareness to help support the team. That's what you really want to see out of the support. So now as we look to get into game 2, we're just going to keep looking at these stats for a little while. 48k damage mitigated on the Cerberus. That is incredible. Beats out his support just barely by a little under 2k. However, that's just great overall team fighting. Zara 8, 1, and 10. That is just a great assassin scoreline. That's what you love to see out of a jungler, just getting in there, finding the picks, getting out. And overall, just a lot of minion damage on the side of Arena Merchants. They did a great job of farming up, kind of staying ahead. At one point, teams were at 2k differential, even 1k differential at the 22-23 minute mark. And overall, the Arena Merchants able to come out and get a win. So now we're just going to wait and see before we get into this, second game. And we're just going to overall just look at these overall numbers. Nice 7k damage from the Hunter onto structures by Hueco. No kills, however, staying alive, burning those structures, especially at the end, is crucial to winning the game. And overall, just great plays. Wait now and see if we can get into the second game of this best of 2. So a reminder that this is a best of 2, so there will be no third game. Should Mostrek win, they will instead draw the set. However, this could be an opportunity for the Arena Merchants to get a nice 2-0, move themselves up in the standings, get some nice positioning at the beginning of this season split. So overall, unfortunately for Olive, he had 5 kills and 8k player damage. He was making his damage well known onto those carries, certainly finding Lait twice and Hueco once, and those he was on point with the ults. We certainly saw the double Ratatasker ult from Narodi and Olive to kind of come through, and that was some great engage. However, it's just difficult to follow up. We saw one fight where Olive was able to land a 4-man knockup on the speed buff of Arena Merchants, but it just couldn't be capitalized on by the rest of the team. So now we're just kind of waiting, seeing if we can get into that second game. I'm gonna pause the stream so I don't give away the match password, privacy stake. However, it It was certainly anyone's game, even all the way up to the 20-minute mark. Arena Merchants, however, was able to group up in that end game scenario, the late game scenario, and this Vulcan Dynamo's Cerberus was certainly showing why it's a top pick. The amount of engage, sustain, tankiness, as well as the ability with the Stygian Torment to draw out beads and create opportunities for the rest of the team. We saw Narodi a couple times switch to the Cerberus. Was one of the Narodi's premier selections, that and the Ratatasker piloted by Olive. And overall, it's a very good match. Teams, certainly things for both teams to work on, and opportunities for both. There's a lot of nice ganks on each side, and overall, both teams can walk away from this knowing that they made some plays, and there's certainly opportunities to be had, and obviously lessons to learn. So right now, we're gonna try and get into this next lobby. Hang on. I'm gonna pause the streamer. Hang on. Hmm. And now we're gonna queue to spectate this next match here as we looked for possibly the 2-0 for Arena Merchants, or 1-1 draw if Moss Trek can hold serve. So I'm just waiting now to queue into the spectate. uh, Scramrin, sorry I missed your question at the beginning of the draft. However, I would have agreed with the Arena Merchants. I thought they had a nice opportunity to do some knockups. 4 of their 5 characters had knockups in either ways. I think that's a really great opportunity to support the Awelish. The ability to to pick apart a member, especially one that you know doesn't have beads, can be crucial. Setting up a 4v5, it doesn't matter if it's the support, the hunter, the mid, the solo, or the jungle. Getting one of those guys can just swing a team fight. And even late game, I think the Awilish is kind of slept on because you get an 80% attack speed buff from that ultimate. So even if you don't want to ult a player, you can ult yourself. And with the going to the power build that Awilish had with the Jotuns that just got buffed, the Ancile and Shifters that were mentioned previously, as well as the Serrated Edge, that certainly the 80% attack speed would have been crucial to just burn through those objectives that we saw the Arena Merchants just crushing. It looked like the on-her Hueco went into a Deathbringer. That certainly, the extra 30% crit was certainly helpful in fights, kind of poking out players. Never finished the Gilded Arrow. Uh, Never know what would have gone that way. However, looks like the Rage was never finished for Swedish. However, he was going from an 8-point Shuriken probably into a Wind Demon. Neither Hunter actually finished their starter items, I believe. However, the Mannequin Hidden Blade, this is a very interesting item. It provides some tankiness, provides some power, and as you can see in the passive, it can do a massive chunk of damage. 20% of their maximum health is physical damage, and slow as well. That can certainly swing a fight almost immediately. And this can also be used on a Fire Giant as well. So with the Charon's 20% magical pen, that does not, because it's physical damage, the Charon's does not work. However, here over on the Awilish, the 10 flat pen plus the 20% pen from the Serrated certainly helps out a lot more with the Mannequin. However, the Narodi on that Morrigan can certainly find some damage. Not all of it will be mitigated, so it certainly will still chunk. But it's a very hard item on a magical god to fit in. The damage reduction is interesting though, because it's a nice counter to that Raijin tick damage from the Raiju 2, kind of preventing overall just as much burst. No physical protection, or only physical protection on the Mannequin. However, it certainly does allow a little bit of tankiness on Rudy, as he has some health from the Soul Gem. Would have been nice to see what he would have finished there. I'm guessing that would have been a Chronos pendant for an additional CCR or CDR, and overall, just a lot of interesting builds here. The Cerberus going with the Stone of Binding. We certainly saw a lot of those prot shreds, an extra 10 prots, or 10 prots are removed. That kind of counters the Gauntlet of Thebes 10 prots, but if you're not near the Gauntlet, then you're just losing 10 of your own prots. So, nice Oni Hunters, that certainly helped with his tankiness and ability to engage and make the backline uncomfortable for the Mostrek. As we see the Odin was able to finish the Sundering Axe. That item was just recently nerfed. It went from 5% to 2%. And I've been testing around with this Sundering Axe on a lot of actual mages. Certainly mages like Morgan Le Fay, Merlin, Tiamat with a lot of magical poke. And it's very interesting because you kind of get a second Soul Reaver proc. And it heals you instead of just doing damage to them, which is nice. It's actually the only true It's one of the only true damage in the game because you're stealing protections, so they don't get any, or you're stealing health, so they don't get any mitigation from it, and you get some health and mana back. And overall, the just physical and magical protections, the tankiness helps out, and makes you overall just kind of a little safer as a mage. However, it's very useful on those warrior solos and those guardian souls we've seen that are obviously building protections, so they get the extra 2% from protections. They get a lot more. And overall, it's a nice, interesting kind of hybrid item if you think about it, because it's doing damage and it's giving you tankiness and heals. Overall, here we go. We're getting into the match now. Getting to the picks and bans. So we start here. I will be right back. Just need another drink, either bottle of water. Gonna be Morgan Le Fay and Persephone bans for the Mostrek. They're again focusing on these mages, and it looks like they're pretty much running back the same bans as before. Artemis and Osiris for the Arena Merchants. Are they gonna see another ban here? The Tiamat comes out, or Tiamat ban from Mostrek. That's keeping with their theme of denying mages. We'll see if they switch this up and deny a Raijin in the second ban phase, if it slides through. And again, the Athena from Arena Merchants. So the Arena Merchants mirroring their 3 bans. I don't remember the Mostrek bans, however, they did ban 3 mages, so very well could have been those 3. And now, looking into the first pick position, the Ardeo is locked in. That's a lot of sustain. No ultimate, but however, stance switcher, so 6 abilities, and it looks like the Odin counter pick into the Eeedjiots, another 2 high pressure tanky gods. So tanks getting unlocked, tanks priority first. Odin looking very good counter matchup to this Ardeo, denying a lot of the healing. There's heals on 2 Druid stance abilities, the 1 and the 3. However, the cripple field from the Ardeo could play into kind of locking this Odin down. We'll see late in the team fights if Eeedjiots can use those portals to kind of deny space and get some openings for the teams. Looks like there's gonna be 2 picks now for blue team, looking to find possibly there's a lot of open options for them. Could return with the Heimdall, top player damage on the team, a lot of safety in the pick. Still debating things, however, they don't really have much. The Ardeo can be flexed between the solo and the support. Just kind of a lot of flexibility there. We've seen it in both places, and it's certainly found success in both places. It seems both teams are prioritizing these healers, though, with the Eeedjiots and the Ardeo. As we wait right now, certainly the Mostrek could look to grab this Raijin for themselves. The Thunder Crash was putting in work. Terra gets grabbed, so Terra and Mercury, the late game hyper carry jungle, a little different for Olive, not a slightly different style of global ultimate. The Mercury can dash a long ways in a straight line, whereas the Ratatasker he previously piloted has the up in the branches, can kind of rotate around, find a fight. And right now, the Arena Merchant's just looking to find, and they've got their support and their solo lockdown. There is a potential for Odin in the jungle. Haven't seen that very often. However, high pressure warriors have been somewhat of a focus in this meta, so there's a potential for Odin in the jungle. However, we definitely know this Mercury's going in the jungle. That's a high performance jungle pick there. Has the potential to late game hyper carry and make some highlight reel plays. Vulcan Dynamo overall just kind of was piloting the Cerberus very well. I'm kind of surprised they don't want to return to that. However, the Odin, oh, there's the Raijin. So prior to knowing that these mid laners are such a prop, are being targeted by Mostrek, they want to get that Raijin in right away, and that was a big problem. The Thunder Crash was on point, cleaning up a lot of kills, getting Light ahead as the mid laner. He had a big impact throughout the entire game, tops of the player charts, making huge plays. So now we're seeing bans. Looks like Arena Merchants are going to ban Hunters, even though they themselves do not have a Hunter, and they also do not have a jungle, but the Awilish will no longer be there for them, and a Thanatos is also off the boards, so a global ultimate, the early game pressure that comes out of Thanatos is not available, and now we're just kind of seeing where the Arena Merchants want to go. They have a jungle and and the Hunter slash ADC role to fill, and so as well as the Hunters for both teams are actually to be filled. So we're gonna see which way they want to go. Certainly, a lot of open options. 3 Hunters gone on her, Heimdall and Artemis. So we're gonna see different Hunters this game. And a Serket is locked in, more anti-heal focus. A Scylla counter locked right away. Certainly Scylla, another high late game character, and a Neath is locked in. Neath does have a very predictable backflip, the third ability. However, there's a good team fight out there, so there's certainly some team fight presence coming out of this Mostrek, and we're now just going to see where a Scotty pick is coming in. That's certainly a different Hunter. However, overall, it can be fighting like a 3v1 with Calder. Calder can certainly change a fight for you, so 2 different Hunters. Seeing the Terra again, seeing the emojis, so the supports are the same. The Odin switches sides. 2 different jungles as well, and the Raijin stays the same for the Arena Merchants, and Scylla and the RDO picked up now for the Mostrek. Overall, I'm liking this Mostrek comp a little bit more. The Scotty's very vulnerable, and overall, a nice little Neath ult, Mercury ult can certainly clean her up very quickly. So they got to do a good job of protecting that Scotty, but that Raijin that was so effective in game 1 can certainly turn the tables again. Now we're just getting the teams in. I'm from North America, so I guess I get a little closer server reception than many of these EU players. So it's kind of weird loading into a game and seeing everybody's disconnected. You're like, what just happened? But they're loading in now, so that's good. And overall, we're just getting the game underway. Don't like how the timer has started before all the players have loaded, and I don't really think that's fair. I mean, these are all very skilled players. They have the ability to get where they need to be. So we oh, that was nice. That lined up very well, and see. These teams are now in position, just kind of starting their builds off. See what they start. Eeedjiots going for the Vamp Shroud, and the Odin's actually going to pick up a Blue Stone. That's interesting. I have experimented with the Redstone on certain gods. Vulcan Dynamo certainly has some options here. Could go a little attack speed late game with the Redstone, or just could stick with the typical Bluestone Brooch that Bird Bomb and the shield are two abilities that can just kind of stack instantly, take those stacks and apply it. So that's a lot of burst damage there. However, not going the typical fighter's mass start. Looks like we have a pause here as teams are still trying to figure things out overall. But looks like both Guardians starting the same on the support builds. One extra pot here for the Eeedjiots. However, the Odin is I really like the Bluestone start because you don't start this fighter's mask that you know you're not gonna keep and gonna get rid of at some point. And so with that Bluestone start, it's you're giving up about 28 power because you get, or excuse me, 21 power or 23 power because you get 35 from the fighter's mask, but it does help in terms of sustain. You get that 10 HP 5, and we see actually the Neath, who's a very ability. Actually, both hunters are kind of ability based. Going for the Bluestone, it looks like they're probably going to start for that trans as well, as teams kind of move into the jungle and get things underway. 5 seconds to minions leaving the base, and looks like Light is going to be on time for the red buff, not walking in at the last second this time. And we see actually, you can see it, there's a bracer here from the Eeedjiots. That's a nice little extra 10% power to start these gods off strong. And the nice thing about bracer is it's gone the ground for 90 seconds, and it's a 100-second cooldown. So there's only 10 seconds where that relic's not really in use. It can be destroyed with a sentry ward. However, it's kind of, you gotta see them place it, or kind of have that vision from an upgraded Eye of the Jungle. That's not usually, you see a Protector of the Jungle, and that upgrade, that extra prots and power when in the jungle can help. However, maybe either or. It looks like the Raijin is cleared right away as the Serket is just lurking around. Leet has been very proficient on this Raijin. Looks like Mostrek are coming in to contest now. They're just gonna let it go for now. So see some fighting over here in the dual lane. Calder trying to help out. Has 5. Nice little root there from Swedish. Nice skill shot there. Kind of forces a disengage for the time. Calder getting 2 stacks back on his health bar. Just kind of overall looking to farm right now. Nice stun right there from the Terra, Punk Red, and that's going to force out Demons, dash out. Gonna kind of mess with the creep wave a little bit, force them out of position, but that's okay. These players have played around that before. See, the Eeedjiots is forced the Odin very low, and up down comes in, but the Eeedjiots does not have anything to capitalize. Gonna get this totem coup for the boys, so that's gonna be very helpful. And it looks like over here in the dual lane, the poke battle is being won by the Eeedjiots and the Scotty, Demon, and Waco. Nice explosion using the passive, the weaves that are on the ground to get some poke, force down the wave. Calder being used to clear. Nice little ice field right there from the Scotty, forcing a disengage. However, the Scotty is now worse for wear. Overall, Demon on this Eeedjiots, very nice and healthy, and the team's now just looking to get some health back. Punk Red looking to kind of double stack the healing from 3 and the Scorpion. Calder getting some kills, cleaning, helping the farm, kind of forcing that 3v2 we talked about in picks and bans. But overall, just good overall clear from each team, looking to get their purples respectively. A little slower start. This Raijin has taken quite a bit of poke from, I would assume, Narodi. Both. The jump is caught by the Sikkim from the Scylla. However, the beads are used by Liet to get out ahead of the crush. That could have been a kill right there. That was a nice heads-up shot from Liet. Oh, going for another one. Not going to connect on the Liet, but going to get most of the wave. As this Eeedjiots gets another Totem of Coup, getting a lot of pressure early, and the Odin's backing, getting a T2, Spellbound, sorry, it's going to be extra MP5. Poke coming out here. Ooh, a nice stun from Demon on this Eeedjiots, as Swedish is very, very low and poked. Hoiko poked as well, however, gonna get healed up by the autos from the Eeedjiots. Eeedjiots actually was just nerfed slightly, no longer do you get healing from additional healing when you have the one proc, and a steal from Mostrek, and Narodi with the nice ult to get a kill. That's a nice first blood for Mostrek, and it looks like this Eeedjiots is just gonna get cleaned up by Olive right there. That's a nice 4-man rotate. Narodi using the movement speed of the ult to get in there and get a nice ult. So see some great early game plays from Mostrek, picking up a nice 2-0. That's how you want to respond after the first game. They are making some heads-up plays. Let's see if they can translate this almost 1.5k gold lead into something more. So right now they're leading in the gold and XP department. Tower's going to hit some minions, however, Hoiko's going to clean up the rest of those, the ice field, and Calder. Actually, I actually have some questions. So there is a point into Calder. I don't normally level Calder. I like to level actually the ice field. I think it's one of the better abilities. However, these players are very skilled. They know what they're doing. Calder getting that first level will get an extra dash, or get us a dash attack. So Calder being that 3v2 potential in the duo lane, unfortunately wasn't able to impact a fight. Scylla hitting 5, comes over, rotates. However, we're seeing a fight right now. Liet and Narodi up. They're just poking each other, kind of. As there's a fight over Totem of Coup. Eeedjiots using the abilities. Nice. He's got so many. He's got 4 different abilities to damage that Totem. As Odin jumps in, he's just full clearing. That is impressive. That Bluestone Pendant certainly helping out with the clear potential. Odin's going back, picking up the Genjis. Tyrannical Plate finished by the Eeedjiots. That's going to be a big power jump. A lot of stats on this Tyrannical. And it's actually funny, if you build Tyrannical on somebody like Ares, you have the potential to get 135 power from that item, because you get 20 from the aura, and then 6 on the passive. So that is certainly interesting. Serket ult coming in from Zara, and a nice Narodi tries to disengage, uses the ult to do some chunk into Liet. However, the kill is picked up by the Serket. That ult from Zara able to cancel out all healing, and Demon forced to use the ult to try and get away, but was not enough. Scylla by this Narodi, just trying to get some extra farm, stay locked in as these teams look. Oh, got an interesting fight over here in the solo lane. The up down from Vulcan Dynamo on this Odin. He is kind of mixed back and forth with this Eeedjiots. However, that Tyrannical Plate Helm is putting in work. It gives you so much power. Power from the Vamp Shroud, power from the Tyrannical. You already had 110 power on a Guardian with 4 abilities. That's a lot of work. And Eeedjiots is so flexible. Stun, cripple, a root on the 3, multiple slows, heals for the team, heals for themselves. It does a lot of, the Eeedjiots does a lot of things. No ultimate, but a lot of different things to help out a team. And certainly made some plays at the highest level. Stun coming out from Demon, trying to steal that red. Doesn't really do much. Terra already heals it back. However, Narodi is very poked. Going to take the long way around. Oh, a Sonic Boom catches Liet right at the end of it. That's a beautiful skill shot from Boom on the Mercury. However, just doesn't get enough. However, does get Liet's beads. That's certainly something to highlight. Down for over 2.5 minutes. Gonna certainly make some plays. Looks like potential for another play, as Liet is seeing a lot more focus this game. Hasn't been killed yet, as the 1 assist on the mid lane kill by Zara, but not given the room he was previously given. certainly a focus, as these creeps are frozen here, trying to deny this farm to this Scotty. A 1-level lead has been built up into the... Oh, an ult coming in from the... Oh, a nice combo ult, the Scylla and Neath ult. This is what we talked about with the global ultimate from the Neath, the potential to impact a play. Liet knocked down to 10% HP, forced to back. So again, this focus on Liet, they are not letting him get ahead. Haven't found a kill on him though. That's going to be crucial as these teams group up for the Forp. Forp, the increased power and lifesteal for the red buff and increased attack speed for the purple buff. Going the way of Mostrek, that's what you like to see. We didn't see this Gorp on the right side go down for 18 minutes. We'll see if that changes as these teams might prioritize getting a little extra farm and buffs for their teams. Looks like the Circuit piloted by Zara going into the jungle looking to steal. Can they steal this blue as Kinky Pete on the Eeedjiots is coming in? Looks like it is going to be stolen, and the Eeedjiots, that's unfortunate. Using 6 abilities costs a lot of mana. No blue buff's going to really cut into their mana. However, they did finish the silver breastplate, so they just got 200 mana, so a little extra pool, and 10 MP5 that's going to help out. Not as much as a blue buff would, as Dynamo is going to clean that up, and it looks like a rotate's coming in on Liet. They really want to get him. Ooh, a nice Sikkim crush. Stun off the mark from Punkred, but Narodi wants a little more. Forces out the ult from Liet, cancels the ult. Snipe coming in, and it's enough! Swedish on the mark, getting a nice 5 stacks for his trans. Oh, and a nice stun. Can he get the double here? He can get the double. Sonic Boom used by Olive for an additional help. However, Swedish is making plays. He's got 35 stacks on that trans. Really trying to make his mark known. And making some highlight plays. Getting the nice double right there. 4-1 lead now for Mostrek. There's about a 2.5k gold lead. As, 2.5k gold lead. XP lead 1.5. These teams... certainly very similar to the previous game. I don't think the lead was as big as... Looks like Mostrek cleans up a Gold Fury. Demon walks over, tries to contest, but there's not a lot of damage on that emoji. Got to time it up perfectly, and I believe Scylla just used Crush to secure, I believe. However, this Mercury starting to get into a short sword. He's already starting to spike for that power. Has the stone cutting sword online. Stealing some protections, so stealing up to 30 protections of that Gold Fury to help out the team. It's another way to increase your objective damage, steal some prots. And looks like now both teams just posturing, trying to get back into that laning phase, get some more farm. Although there's a potential group up here from Arena Merchants. They may be looking for, yep, this Gorp. They're looking for, Forp. And they're looking to get that buff earlier, so 6 minutes sooner than the previous game. That's good. That's going to be increased cooldown for their blue buff, increased movement speed for their speed buff, and looks like a gank coming in from Zara off the mark. Doesn't get anything but a little pressure onto Kinky Pete as he does get his blue buff, so that's good. The Eeedjiots is gonna need that additional MP5. His teams are now posturing near the Gold Fury. Swedish poked out a little bit more than Hueco. However, the 2-level lead is certainly something to consider. Swedish able to dump out a little more as he's almost finished his trans. He'll finish the trans on this phase here. There it is. And he's immediately going for the extra damage on the ult. Lining it up, looking for something. The Sonic Boom incoming. Does Hueco see this coming? Sonic Boom on the mark. Beats Force and Swedish getting the kill. That's interesting. I didn't know how he did that. He's certainly happy to get it. 3-0-1 on this Hunter. I thought the Mercury would be the one to get the kill there, but that's certainly a big chunk of damage. They've seen this combo now. This combo has been paying off for the Mostrek. They've gotten Sonic Boom into a World Weaver snipe from the Neath that is putting in work, as it looks like 3 members are grouping up now for this Pyromancer. Teams like to trade the Pyro for the FG. It's a nice little gold. It's not that much of a gold disparity objectives either way, and arguably the Pyro is somewhat helpful in a sense that you get that movement speed out of base, so a little extra farm going your way.
Kinky Pete forcing up the wave. Vulcan's just gonna clean up those minions. He's gotten his mystical mail now to help out his overall clear. Get a little extra CCR, and Artio now going into this Gem of Fate for the Pridwin, looking to get extra CDR. Although they right now with the blue buff that they do have, will give them 40% with that Gem of Fate. So when you got 6 abilities, you want to be using them as often as possible. And it looks like Kinky Pete is not happy about this Odin in their jungle. So gonna go for a chase, getting a little folk fight here. 3 members here in mid. Nice World Weaver comes out. Double ult coming from the Mercury off the mark. However, now this Raijin is returning the favor. Oh, a 1-for-1. Olive is going to be happy with that. They have certainly focused this Raijin. That is 1 stack for the Charons. However, you're sitting in the well, going back the fast way. So, they're certainly having this solo lane fight. Kinky Pete has done quite a bit of work onto Vulcan Dynamo. Forced to use the beads and the Phantom. Is it going to be enough? There's the stun. There's a nice little swipe. And Vulcan's going down. Kinky Pete wants more. He's going for more. As Zara picks up Narodi in the mid lane. However, it's not going to be enough. And a double kill from Zara. Sorry we missed that. However, I was very fascinated with the Artio plays. One of my favorite gods. Nice, a lot of flexibility. So Zara able to kind of bring this back. Get the mid and the support. Kind of certainly say, hey, this game is not over. I am still a player. I am, after an 8-1 game previously, Zara wants it to be known that this is their game to control. So, seeing teams now just kind of look for buffs, looks for farm, kind of. This Gold Fury is going to be up soon. Looks like maybe less than 30 seconds, and these teams are now posturing, kind of get over towards the buff. Looks like Olive's going to let the T1 take some poke, as Zara is getting chunked, and the Neath with the backflip is going to get the kill. However, Liet's going to look for a double. Oh, 2 ults coming in on Liet. He is not. Oof, that's a 3 for none right there. The backflip used to get Swedish out, secure the kill on the Zara, and then Liet getting double ulted. It's just one of those games for him. Or you're getting focused. They're not going to let this Raijin play the game, it seems. So they're going to keep focusing, possibly try and even get him right out of well. As Swedish looking to just keep the farm going. Level 17 to Hueco's 12. This Scotty certainly needs to find an opportunity to get some farm in, as this 4-0-3 Neath has been making plays all over the map. Kinky Pete not wanting his rival to back, unfortunately taking a lot of tower poke. This might have been an overplay, however, he's got the sustain, and Narodi is here to clean that one up. Nice movement, way to support the team. Zara is not happy about it, however, the T1's down. It might be best to disengage. Looking for a little more. Ambush comes out, looking to get close to the distance. However, 4 members here for the Monster 2, the Arena Merchants 2. It may not be best to engage here, as Zara has decided to use the ambush to now get away. As actually all 5 members here of Monster Direct are here around this Fire Giant. The Swedish is landing some nice stuns. Got a lot of lockdown on a Demon, and Demon is going back to Fountain. This quick way. The T1 here is taking quite a bit of poke, not down, and it looks like Hueco has decided to get this solo farm, keep pushing up the wave. That's a nice 2 levels right there. That's closing the gap. It was a 5-level disparity, now it's a 3-level disparity. Just get some farm, get a little poke. Looks like the 5 members here in the 4 members of Monster decided to take a T1 in mid, and the Scotty just looking to get some more farm, gets to level 15. That's great. 2-level disparity. It was 5, now it's only 2. That's great interchange there. As the Swedish takes a snipe into mid. Where is that snipe landing? It looks like it landed on the Zara very low. Uses the taunt to get away, blink to get away.
ult comes out from Narodi. Didn't see it connected on Kinky Pete's very low. Possibly yet again, as the teams are just looking to disengage. Olive and Kinky Pete very low. Punk Red just using the body blocks, trying to deny the movement. Buy his team some time, and looks like it's going to be a disengage. Both teams bruised and battered, but no one dead, which is certainly how Arena Merchants want this. Although, ooh, a solo kill from Huiko. He says 2 levels doesn't matter, and he takes the T2. Looks like the Ardio's going for a rotate. Half health on Huiko. Now 1 level disparity. And does he see this rotate? Is he aware of the Ardio behind him? That's not good. Gets rooted in his ice. However, he's going to get that movement speed. A stun coming out from Ardio. There's no dash to get away, and Kinky Pete, with a little help from Olive, cleaning him up. So, a nice solo kill from Hueco gets himself back in the game. He's going to get a nice chunk of farm. There's a huge kill bounty on that. Neat. 4-0-4, now 4-1-4. So, looks like Arena Merchants, knowing that 1 member's dead, 2 members are down in the dual lane at the Phoenix, they can get this Pyro pretty clean. And it looks like 3 members have now grouped up for Moss Trek. They are just looking to ward, get some vision in this FG as teams are kind of positioning. Looks like Marina Merchants are here just trying to get these oracles, but they know that a potential FG is on the way. There's no Swedish is finally back from, well, got a lot of poke, got a lot of penetration, getting 30 flat pen off of this Crusher Aussie. So you get 30, 10, 15 from each of these items. It's a lot of flat pen. You can chunk through those carries real fast. And this Fire Giant is going down quick. It is almost dead. There's, it doesn't even look like Arena Merchants knew it was happening, or they just decided that it wasn't a good fight to take. But now 5 members strong. Mostrek has FG. It's a 20-minute FG. Get the Forp, get their buffs enhanced, and moving up into just get some farm overall. It's four towers are up for Monster. However, the T1 and the T in mid and soul are very low. All T2s are full health here for Arena Merchants, so that's a lot of gold that the Mostrek is looking to collect. And it looks like now they're just looking to get some waves. This dual wave has been pushed all the way to the purple of the Mostrek, and it looks like now these teams are looking to position. They want to claim this this Gold Fury potentially, as Olive has completed the Rage and the Deathbringer. He's going to chunk. Let's see if he can get his player damage here. Unfortunately, couldn't get that in time. However, he is chunking with that double crit. He's got 45% from the Rage and another 25 from the Deathbringer. That's 70% crit. Potentially looks to finish it off maybe with the Wind Demon if he wants a little more. That'll actually, with the move speed from the Mercury passive, he gets a little extra power there if he wants it. But just going for, right now, 1,000-volt blade, that 5% move speed going to help the passive. And it looks like the mid T2 is the target right now for Mostrek. They are certainly looking to push maybe a Phoenix, although 5 members of Arena Merchants are here in mid. Now they're looking to rotate over to Duo. This Duo is going to go down real quick as Sustain from Punk Red going to keep the team, and the FG Sustain going to keep the team fresh. Now, potentially looking for a Duo lane Phoenix. That is the priority Phoenix, as it's the furthest away from Fire Giant. Posturing now, looking for an opportunity to make an initiate. This Ardio certainly has the opportunity to poke. Neither team, except for the Mercury, actually has anyone at 20. But 1 level lead between the Soul Laners, 1 level lead pretty much across the board. As however, this Scotty at one point a 5 level disparity has closed it down to 1, which is very impressive. That's an excellent bit of farming. Very impressive by Hueco to close the gap. Got that solo kill. And doesn't matter how the rest of the game goes. It matters how you do right now. So certainly seeing 4v4 as these jungles are kind of looking each other in the eyes, trying to see if one of them will blink first. Big fight rolling out in between. Looks like Narodi is very poked, and Calder cleans up the kill. That's what you like to see, making it a 5v4 in a sense. Although Olive comes back to says you do not get to kill my mid laner for free, and Zara says you don't get to kill my hunter for free. So nice trades, jungle going down, and a nice double from Zara to clean up the hunter. Knockdown from the Circuit, forcing the Punk Red. It looks like both Guardians are looking to peel for each other. However, 4 members strong, looking for Kinky Pete right now. Vulcan Dynamo looking to chase down this Terra as Zara 2 dashes and nice Thunder Crash. A lot of movement. Nice movement from Kinky Pete to buy time. The blink, however, Vulcan Dynamo says, "Hey, where are you going?" Oh, forces out the the Phantom, taking some damage because of leaving the cage, and Vulcan Dynamo says, "Well, you left my cage, but you're not going to get anywhere else." And now the teams, Marina Merchants, they took a long time, actually. Olive and Swedish are almost back up, so they got the kills. They got 4 of the 5 members of Mostrek, and so no FG for them anymore. However, they couldn't really get anything off that big team fight. You gotta wonder if they should have gone for maybe an objective here, like this Pyro, which they're now getting. They're gonna burn this very quickly. Odin, with his third ability, is if you immediately channel it and then launch it, you give a nice little attack speed stim to the rest of the team. So certainly helps in the objective clear department, helping out the team. The both team, the Odin's very helpful in that team fight engagement. It looks like 4 members of the Mostric are looking to steal this Scorpion, so deny the enhanced buffs to their team as Fire Giant's about to respawn, and they're immediately starting it up. It looks like Olive is on zone duty, doing some big poke into Vulcan. The World Weaver snipe comes out from Swedish, however, Vulcan Dynamo is going to limp away. Happy to use Ring of Spears and be able to back and get some health back, re-engage. So now we're going to see, looks like Arena Merchants, 4 members trying to fight in, contest this Fire Giant. Not a lot of burn going on just yet, although now this Mercury is starting to chunk it. Those fists hit hard, and this Fire Giant is gone. So Kinky Pete doing a nice job of zone duty, losing about half his health. However, Fire Giant, 5 members strong. Can Arena Merchants do it again? Can they force this? Can they force another fight and kind of make a big play off of it? Looks like Mostric do not want to engage, although this Vulcan Dynamo is in. Pops the bubble of Punk Red. That's a nice little poke right there. And Mostric just heading back to base. Jumps in, Vulcan Dynamo, full health. Gets a nice Ring of Spears on 2 members. Ooh, the wall! The Ring of Spears blocks all of that is unfortunate, and Hueco is there to clean him up. So that Ring of Spears making a bigger impact for players outside of it than inside of it, it appears. And it was a nice little zone duty. Vulcan Dynamo says, "Hey, you poked me down once, let's see if you can do it again." He gets in there, makes some big plays. It is initiating, being that team fighting force. Loses his shield to a Silicicum, however, doesn't really lose anything else. Just now, this Arena Merchants looking to group up, get the Primal Fury. It's nice golden hand for them as these builds are starting to come near completion. The Zara is half health, however, and getting poked out by this Kinky Pete. The ult comes in on Zara, but Zara is CC immune in the Surcat ult. That'll give them the opportunity to disengage. So ult for ult. Actually, 2 ults. I believe the Scylla used their ult as well to force some damage out. And now Arena Merchants are on the back foot. 2 members really weak. They've grouped up on this Odin. Odin forced to use the Ring of Spears defensively, and just now around a 3rd health as Kinky Pete and the boys have kind of rooted this Vulcan Dynamo in place. That is unfortunate. He's He's the target they wanted, and he's gone. They did not have that Ring of Spears, and they wanted it out of the way. Now, 4 members of Arena Merchants here to defend against 5 members, actually 4 members of Mostrek as Olive is looking for the split push. It looks like Hueco is going to match, but that leaves 3 members to defend, and it looks like 2 because the Circuit is kind of off to the side, not really looking for an opportunity to engage. Circuit, very high single target damage, and Lee forced to use the beads and the Aegis. Took a Scylla Sikkim. Ooh, gets stunned by Punk Red. Nothing there to capitalize, and Zara kind of takes half health. This Eeedjiots looking to engage using the cripple field, forcing out the beats from Zara. That is unfortunate on your. Oh, a nice little engage from Narodi. And this. Oh, the Eeedjiots ult locking in 2 members, forcing the neat ult, and there you go. Narodi's gone. It's a nice little engage. The Arena Merchants do it again. Under Phoenix, they are defending strong. And this Odin back from the dead, looking to keep the fight going. 3 members down, 3 members up for Mostrek. Olive Boom does not have his FG, and it looks like Punk Red is the target. Getting Ring of Speared, just decides to take the L. It's unfortunate, but gives the rest of the team time to get out. Olive getting some farm, and Swedish getting out. But now this Pyro is getting looked at. It's another excellent Phoenix defense from the Arena Merchants. They just get to this late game and they seem to be fighting much better. And gotta give it to Vulcan Dynamo here. He's making some plays. However, Zara on the Circuit, 6-1. Another game with just an incredible stat line, making the plays known. So we're seeing a lot of damage coming out from this Raijin again. It seems like for all the focus that they gave the Raijin, it just didn't matter. It's gonna get to late game and it's gonna do Raijin things. Just chunked that Scorpion. And now looks like Arena Merchants just gonna keep farming their jungle, stripping their jungle, trying to get to full builds. Every member of Arena Merchants is actually level 20, and there's a 3-level disparity here between the supports. Looking like that Sentinel's Boom is giving it a lot of extra farm to the Eeedjiots, however. There is now 3 Spectral Armors on the side of Arena Merchants, so it looks like it's all for the Mercury, actually. This Spectral reducing crit damage by 60%. So the Mercury's crit, all it does have is Serrated Edge to provide an extra chunk. It just doesn't. It's not doing as much because 3 members have Spectral. And this Eeedjiots getting a little engaged, getting locked down by the Eeedjiots, getting poked. Thunder Crash, Soul Reaper-Procs, the Scotty. Ooh, and Zara picks up Swedish on the dual lane. Swedish was looking for a Phoenix, almost got it. That's unfortunate. And Vulcan Dynamo and Zara clean up the jungle as well. That's a 3 for none off 2 different engages. And now Arena Merchants, they got to this late game. They've got this enhanced FG. Can they do it again? The gold lead is pretty much just even now. It looks like for a while Mostrek was in control of this game, but Arena Merchants just able to come back. And Narodi looking for a steal. Oh! I'm a monster with the big steal is denying the enhanced FG and just buying time with the jukes, forcing out the Scotty ult. Oh my gosh, Eeed, what happened to you? Elite, but that's a mid for mid. Narodi steals the FG. That's a win every day of the week and twice on Sunday. It's good. That's a good way to stall this game out. Good time for the boys to get back. And seeing Arena Merchants, they lost the FG off a brilliant steal from Narodi using the I'm a Monster. And they look now for just getting this T2 and to get back. And they're just going to have to buy some time. Look for a re-engage, because now Punk Red is the only one with an enhanced FG. That's nice to have on your Terra. Certainly helpful for frontlining, but you want your carries to have that enhanced FG. You want that extra 10% pen, that backdoor protections being gone on your Neath and your Mercury that are just absolutely chunking now. Mercury finishing that protector of the jungle. Save Protector of the Jungle, and it actually looks like, except for one silver breastplate and one restored artifact, we are full build across the board. It's now just upgrading relics and buying wards as these teams posture, looking for opportunities to find a pick in either or. The dual lane Phoenix is less than half health. There certainly could be another pinch opportunity as the Oni wave is now pushing up that Oni Scorpion or Oni Gold Oni Fury that was taken by Mostrek. Gonna apply some pressure, get some pressure in duo, get some pressure in mid. The waves are now all pushing up. This Oni wave gonna put some work into solo, help push it up. As these teams look for another engage, can Arena Merchants do it a third time? Can they get an opportunity to? Can they get an opportunity to get another win here in this Phoenix defense? As these teams are fighting, posturing, looking for an opportunity to get a fight in. Kinky Pete getting a little poke, but get healed up right away between their person. Oh, a nice instant ETH ult coming on Zara, and a car is smashed onto Zara. Very low, however, not enough. And now Olive is getting re-engaged on. The teams are fighting. Ooh, lockdown from the Raijin. The 2-1 and the ult is enough to get Olive. That is unfortunate. What looked like a nice fight on Azara has gone the other way, and Arena Merchants are doing it again. They've killed Kinky Pete now, and they're forcing these engages. They're looking for more. They're looking for Punk Red. They don't want you to have that FG buff anymore, Punk Red. Half health, getting poked, using the dashes, using the double dash to get away. Looks like Lait's gonna re-engage as Swedish gets the back off, and gets the back off, and these members are backing off. Arena Merchants 3 times in a row now able to defend that Phoenix, and you start to wonder why they're doing all these splits. Maybe they're just seeing something. Maybe they're just looking for a poke. It started out really well. The Neathal on Zara and the fight between Olive and Zara was really good initially. However, these the Arena Merchants just able to persevere. The Circuit has quite a bit of tankiness, has actually 4 different items giving physical protection, and that Neathalt is not a factor anymore. And it looks like now the Arena Merchants, off of those 2 kills, are looking to engage. Demon eating in off the portal, and ult comes out. Vulcan Dynamo putting in work, making the backline uncomfortable, forcing out a Phantom. However, Olive is just making plays, and Narodi, it looks like it's their turn to defend their Phoenix. Now 3 members are gone for Arena Merchants, and there is certainly room for another as Zara, Demon, and Hueco all die. Lee looking to run. He's going to get out. So is Dynamo. However, now the sights are set by Mostrek. They want an FG. They want it on all 5 members this time. And it certainly looks like it's whoever's defending their Phoenixes is just able to make the plays. Oh, no, they're not even looking for the Fire Giant. They're looking straight for mid. And they have vision on Lee. Oh, unfortunate. Not able to stop the backing on a ward there. However, looks like Vulcan Dynamo trying to buy time. Gets a nice stun into Olive. And Swedish just deletes Lee. That is unfortunate. That might spell game here. They can get this Phoenix. Dynamo's doing a great job to buy time. That Ring of Spears reducing the attack speed of the members inside of it. However, Olive says you're going down. And there's the deicide. Hueco's immediately back up though. Can Hueco defend? The Scotty Ice kind of buying some room, creating some space. And this Titan's burning. Looks like ult's coming out from Hueco. Ult's coming out from Demon. They want to defend. However, this Titan is low, and Hueco gets the mid. Zara gets the oh jeez, it's just a straight deicide. Titan very low, but they're just gonna run it down mid. It looks like Arena Merchants have just gotten the 2-0. That was an impressive defense from 3 members, Zara, Demon, and Scotty, able to just buy time. It was excellent work from Vulcan Dynamo. He paid the price, but he forced out a Scylla ult. He forced the entire team to play into time, and Serket is instantly in. The Serket is going in. The great thing is that they lost their mid Phoenix, so now they're just running it down mid, so they don't even have to worry about the fire giant or the fire minions. And they're now pushing in. They're at the Phoenix. About 20 seconds left on the Mostrek members, and it looks like this Phoenix is going down. Do they have enough to get the Titan? They're certainly looking at it. The Umoja ult's coming in. Serket and Scotty, the Scotty build's chunking. Heights at half. Rhodey at just out of well, lands a Sikkim, but it's not enough. And Arena Merchants get the 2-0. That was off the back of now four excellent defenses. I thought that these Mostrick was going to close the gap. They were burning the Titan, but it just looked like Arena Merchants just had the defense. They found the targets. They kept them off the Titan. Titan was very low. Titan was below 10%, I believe, and then Arena Merchants just closing out the game. Another excellent performance from the jungler Zara on the Circuit 9-2 and 8 just everywhere making plays. Vulcan Dynamo, another excellent push in creating space. Demon with a lot of great ultimates. The Tides from the Umoja making a lot of plays. And Hueco ended up turning that game around, going out of off an 0-4 start, turned it into a 6-6. So a lot of impressive things. I certainly those Neath alts and Mercury Sonic booms were just on point early. They created a lot of plays as we look over to this player damage, and we see the Scylla also, Narodi just all over the map making plays in duo at the FG pit, just everywhere, but it was just not enough. And unfortunately, this RDO was 1-5. The support Punk Red was 1-4. They certainly did a lot. Actually, this RDO, geez, 72k damage mitigated. That is a lot of damage mitigated. That's very impressive. And Demon though, certainly again keeping that 11, actually 12k player healing, making it no, I'm gonna heal my team, I'm gonna keep the boys up and ready. And 25 wards again, that's a 10 more wards than anybody else on the other team. That's that vision, that's that knowledge that can help swing games. Top damage does go to the Scylla. Rhodey making a lot of high right real plays, making a lot of big sickums and handing out crushes left and right, but it's just not enough. And Swedish, a lot of useful team snipes, certainly could have swung things, especially on that second or third Phoenix assault where they were looking to catch Zara out. Olive making some good punches. Swedish landing all but Zara just able to escape those four defensive items. If you can't kill me, you can't win. So those are some excellent plays we see from the Arena Merchants and the Mostrek team. It was a back and forth game, and Mostrek had a lot of great things going. I think right now their early game is no joke. They made a lot of great plays. Their jungle rotations were on point. Swedish and Olive were just making combo alts that were making Hueco uncomfortable. But in the late game, these arena merchants are able to come together and find a way to make a big play. So that'll have to do it for me. Thank you for watching my first cast. I had a lot of fun. This was a really cool experience for me getting to see these plays. I learned some new things, learned some combos that work together. I hope y'all did the same, and thank you for watching with me. Uh, Good luck with the rest of your day.